Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, viewers. I know it's been a few months since I've done a video, but the cell phone network and the weather at the farm hasn't been that great. And I've been dealing with a lot of health issues, weather, snowstorms, firestorms, tornadoes. But I'm just doing some weekly updates on my condition to let you know where I'm at and where I'm going to go. So I get up early in the morning and I start to exercise. But before I exercise, I have to look over my feet. So let me show you what the surgery looks like now, about a year and a half afterwards. Here we have my left leg. As you can see, I have intense scarring from the emergency process. They had 2 ports in me, one on the left side, one on the right side of my left leg. I had some sort of 52 to 53 stitches that had to be taken out. Since I haven't had proper physical therapy in a pretty much year and a half, I have a 19-degree tilt to my leg. So every morning I have to get up, stretch, and put weight on it to try to straighten it out to help in the process. Now let me update you on my right leg. Still having, different diabetic scars. If you're diabetic, you're very easy to scraping and scars, if you don't know that. I still have a lot of pressure on my feet due to not having orthopedic shoes. They have been measured, and we have had castings taken of them. I'm just trying to raise enough money to pay my premium in order to put the full order in. And just like with my left foot, I am waiting for my insurance, now that I've had it for 4 months, to give the full okay for Hortons to build my leg. Still waiting for the all clear. So let me show you the next step. So the next step is to put full socks on my right foot and deal with what I can. The infection came through my diabetic foot lesions, which are okay now. So I'm going to make sure that this foot is covered, washed, and cleaned daily. And I do my best with what Nike shoes I have on hand until I can get the money for my full orthopedic shoes. So that's the prep for the right leg. Let me show you what the prep for the left leg is. So I have several of these socks over time that Hortons has given me. And basically, when I was in the hospital, they were very wide. They were size 5s. I got all the way to a size 4, down to a 3, down to a 2. And finally, right before the casting, they gave me these to kind of shape more of the leg, just not the stub. So these are special. I have to put one end on and the other end on top of it. So the way you do that is this. Take one end, make sure it's all balanced, and then you want to make sure that this center point's in the center of the stub. Nice and tight. And then I take this end here and wrap it over the top like that. Yeah. So throughout the day, as I'm walking around, these will compress my stub and the remainder of my leg into a shape that'll fit into the socket that you guys saw in my last video from last week. So let me tell you the next part of getting morning prep. Okay, so here's a pair of normal jeans to a normal person, but when you're disabled, you got to modify. Now, I've done everything from pin enclosures to using tape here lately, since the compression socks have been very tight and I need to adjust them. I've been rolling the inside out on the left leg in order to adjust it when I feel pain or it gets loose. So let me just put these on. Shirt. All right, get that adjusted. Pull up. Get my belt buckled. And then I'm just going to adjust this up the leg. And I could put some pins here to keep it there, but sometimes that'll rip the fabric. So I'll just leave that loose and just adjust it daily. And there we have the stub. I can get to it, scratch it if need be. And yes, those that are asking questions before, I still feel the missing part of my foot. Every day I do stretches to keep the nerves endings to use what eventually be a prosthesis that has electrodes and robotic toes. But right now I'm just working with Hortons to get up out of my chair and walk again so I can return to work. So here's that part. So I'll show you the next part. Here's my ability chair. So every morning after I get dressed, like I just showed you, I check it out. I only thought that I would be in this thing for 4 months, but I fought for an entire year of 2024 to get insurance. And I've done everything I can with my insurance, and I'm just waiting for them to give the full okay for Hortons to build my leg now. But as you can see, this has been through some wear and tear. So what I do is every morning before I go out or get to work, I check the bolts, make sure everything is tight. These have worn down, so I've started using duct tape to cover them. You can see the wear and tear that I do with like the exercises, the stress points that have happened with these. If I'm in this thing for much longer, I'm going to have to replace these. I just call up Carex, company manufacturer, and get some replacement pads and replacement seat and replacement back. The reason why we got the ability chair is that I'm not fully disabled. I'm handy capable, and I can pack this up and fold it up to fit it into whatever Ubers or Lyfts that I need to get into. Or when people help me with rides, it doesn't have to take up a full wheelchair access. So let me show you the back side. There's my GoFundMe campaign. It's been going since March of 2024. If you'd like to donate to help me. It's still in pretty good shape. worse for wear. I just need to do some more tweaking. So it looks like testing, everything's pretty tight. I don't see anything loose. So I think the chair is going to be safe for the day. So I'm just going to get into it. Say hi, Raz. Say hi, Raz. You want to say hi to your fans? Say hey, boy. Yeah, I love my daddy. Yes. I wake him up every morning and make sure he goes to bed at night. Yes. So there's my mat that I do my yoga stretching and my leg stretching in the morning. And here's his mat. We kind of do doggy and human yoga together, believe it or not. So I'm in the chair. Here's my ramp at the house, at the farm. We're still battling probate to own. And there's my horrendous yard and my driveway. So I got to get on to work. So I'm going to be calling an Uber. But with my physical strength, I can get almost to the top of that drive for people to pick me up. But that's my weekly video. Thanks for tuning in. If you can, send a donation my way to help me get out of this chair, or hire me for any media commission work that you need. Thank you. Now, I'll see you next week. Bye.